Okay, so Burhani Golden Bora CC versus NJS Cuisine. The match is going on. 4 overs are already over. 19 for the loss of 2 wickets. This is Vyas Faisal from the commentary box. Saifullah and Saqib, they are on crease right now. Kamal was delivering the last over, although he took a wicket in it. In his 2 over spell, he's conceded 13, taking a wicket. Here we go. Murtaza Rao is now brought to bowl. That was a pitched up delivery. Played on back foot. Took a single there. NJS Cuisine. You can see singles and doubles here going on. And when they're getting the bad ball in the range, they are just putting it away for maximums as well. As we've seen in the last over, it was a wonderful maximum there scored. Especially if I talk about Saifullah, in 9 deliveries he has scored a total individual 12 runs. That means he is quite good with the bat here. The left-handed batter. He's often very keen to play up the order. And he becomes really dangerous. Here we go. That was pitched ahead. Was trying to just place it over covers. But there was a fielder placed in the close in the inner circle. This time they are just putting on pretty much grip with the foot on the crease right now. And then when they're going to get some bad deliveries, some in the slot one, they're going to deliver the punch here this time. That was punched down straight. That was towards the long on. Got a single. And that was enough because that was a quite magnitude hit, which made him able to buy a single. And now it's Saqib who's facing. In 12 deliveries, he has scored just 5. I can say the role of Saqib. It is just to take the single this time. That went towards the fine leg. The ball will run away towards the fence. And that was signaled as a leg by the umpire as well. Very fortunate here. Saqib. Oh, that wasn't from the bat, but in T20 cricket, we can just expect the game like it because it's a pretty fast-paced game. And every single run counts, even if it's coming from the bat or from the pads. And especially the leg side pitch deliveries. That are always in favor for the batters, and especially when the top order is on the crease. Even the tailenders can put it away for some bigger ones. As you can see that the fielder is placed outside the inner circle towards the covers. And one fielder there towards the long on. So I can expect here the game plan. That he's gonna deliver it towards the offside, away from the off stump, so that he could get some wickets here. And he'll challenge Saqib to play towards the covers in order to get some wickets. Especially if I talk about the gap, there's a big gap between extra covers and the covers because the covers in deep and extra covers is placed inside the inner circle. So if it dissects both the fielders, that's going to surely go for a boundary. This time, that was a fumble in the field. And that's going to go for a boundary. The ball runs away there. A magnificent cut here by Saqib. He was already ready with it. It was delivered very away from the off stump and just nailed it for a boundary. That's some acceleration in the game right now. Especially they are maximizing the power play, which is a much requirement in T20 cricket. So last delivery to go, which will end the over now. I can say quite of a decent over so far. That was once again towards the extra covers. The fielder plays inside the inner circle on a great guard. So this ends the fifth over, 29 for the loss of 2. Oh, that was smashed down the pitch. That was all long on. The fielder can just eye the ball, and the ball is going to run away towards the fence. What a start to an over. A welcoming boundary here. The last over of the power play going on right now, and they're maximizing the power play. They're expecting some more runs here. And well, they're now pretty much set on the crease, especially Saifullah. And he has played 11 deliveries, scored. He's played 12 deliveries and scored a total of 17. Oh, this time that was pitched away from the off stump. And a big shout it was, and it's very clever. And you are delivering it away from the off stump, and it just gives you a chance that one small nick of the bat can give you a wicket there. And a good appeal for pressurizing the batter. It was delivered once again away from the off stump. A quicker one, chance here. Now, well, I can say it wasn't a pretty perfect throw, but the ball didn't bump well. It didn't came into the hands of the keeper. And that was very risky, and taking the risky runs at this moment is not quite a necessity right now for the batters. For playing the flamboyant innings, you just have to go for maximums instead of taking some risky singles. It's just like living in the foolish paradise if you're going for risky singles at this moment. Goes down the track once again, found the gap here, but exceptional fielding in the end. Well, he sprinted, grabbed it in the first attempt, and the on-point throw. Then magnificent. But that was enough to buy him a single. Now Saifullah is going to strike the left-hander. And always left-handers become the bone in the epiglottis. And that was hit fiercely. Biggie and Maxi. A towering 6 here by Saifullah. And that was lovely to watch. With the straight bat that was timed perfectly and picked up the length. So last delivery to go now, which is gonna end the power play. And some exceptional batting effort here by Saifullah. Here we go. This time that was pretty much away from the leg stump. That's going to be a wide ball signaled by the umpire. So one more extra in the bucket for NJS Cuisine. And I can say so far a pretty decent power play. 42, 2 wickets down. Pretty much of an equilibrium in the equation right now. That was thrashed down and got just a single there. Pretty decent power play comes to an end. 43 for the loss of 2 wickets. Saifullah and Saqib will be pretty much exuberant after this power play. 43 for 2 after 6. Starts off with the 7th over. Field is quite open now. That was not enough bat on the ball, but it was enough to find him a single. Saqib with very soft hands. Just came onto front foot, and he was pretty much keen to take that single because he knew that there isn't any fielder in the close. He can take that cheeky single and just rotate the strike. Obviously, rotation of strike gives much confidence, and especially the conversation between the batters. That makes it a wonder to watch. Now spin and place, that was a big shout, but umpire didn't respond on it. Umpire Asad Ali is a big name in umpiring, and especially a leg umpire. Mohammad Yunus is too a big name in umpiring field. Here he goes down the track. That's going to be enough to find a single. Especially I can understand the game plan right now. That they will drag up the game where they're going to get some bad deliveries. They're going to put it away for some boundaries or maximums, or else they're going to be rotating the strike, because the left-hander and right-hander combo is always pretty much difficult for the bowlers in order to control the deliveries, and especially in this weather. Because of the surface, it has much cracks on it, occasional grass as well. That wasn't turned a lot, but that was targeted on just the middle stump. It was a cutaway, and it straight away went towards the fielder at the point. As I can see, there's some movement in the field as well. The widest fine leg and the mid-wicket outside the circle, but this time Saifullah gutted, walking back. That's the third one down for NJS Cuisine. He went on the front foot. He was trying to go pretty hard on the ball, but it didn't came well onto the bat. And the third wicket perishes here. NJS Cuisine. Now 7 overs gone, 45 for 3. Saifullah Naseem scored 26 in 20 deliveries, and he's walking back a little disappointed because he wanted that single, but it didn't came well onto the bat. It's 45 for 3 after 7 overs, NJS Cuisine. Oh, mashallah, rocks in the air. That was the outer edge of the bat. Then well connected. It wasn't middled. Well, especially if these kinds of deliveries will be beaten. Yeah, you're gonna root up the stump. Magnificent delivery. There's the excellent start to the over. Just look at that. A little bit of a turn, swing and a miss, and just shatters up the stumps. Fourth one down for NJS Cuisine. 45 for 4 after 7.2. Excellent. Omar Loya. Omar Loya, the new man in, walks into the crease. Yes, pretty much amazing in ILT. Excellent. And a big shout once again. But it wasn't convinced. Who's doing some wonderful deliveries. It's kind of a magical over. I can say he got a wicket on the very second delivery. The first delivery wasn't connected well. And then if I talk about the third delivery, there was a big shout on it. Putting on pressure on the middle order because 4 players have already walked back. Oh, this time once again, that was the nick of the bat. Very fortunate here. The fielder has to run after the ball, but the ball wins there. The ball rolls away towards defense. There's going to be a boundary. Well, I can see that mostly the players of NJS Cuisine, they are more keen towards hitting it towards the boundaries. They are not pretty much interested in going for singles, doubles, rotation of strike, as we have seen a short partnership between Saqib and Saifullah. Once again, this time not really well connected. When he came onto the front foot, he was trying to go towards the straighter. Once again, it's a dot here. It's Omar Loya. He takes some time to get set on the crease. But this time, just look at that. That was just the flick of the wrist. And the ball is going to run away towards defense, towards the fine leg. That was the empty area in the deep. And Omar Loya eyed the field quite nicely there. So 4 more in the bucket. And what a way to end the over. 8 overs gone, 53 for the loss of 4 NJS Cuisine. Command is brought back to bowl. It's leaving the last over of these spellers. We have seen the spinners, they didn't got much of a turn. But on this delivery, we can see a good sprint in the end by the fielders. There were 2 fielders running after the ball. But excellent running between the wickets made it a couple of runs. Score is now 55 for the loss of 4. Didn't get much of the turn here, but the slower delivery, pace of deliveries, especially with the good length, that made it a bit difficulties here for the batters. That was once again just guided away towards the point and got a single there. Very cheeky, very quick here. And as I can expect that Omar Loya, he's gonna hit it. He's stepping in and accelerating the game. On the other end, Umar Chawla, his role is to just give the strike to Umar Loya so that he could freely go and just make some wonders. Not much of a good delivery. That was into the slot. That was nicely driven away. We have to check it here. And that's a boundary. I want to see a replay here. It was very close. That was delivered just in the slot. That was away from the off stump for long. And that was nicely driven away by Omar Loya. And just look at that in the end, just at the brink. Oh, that was the connection of foot with the rope. And that was towards the gully. There was a little bit of a confusion between the batters. But they then took a run there. There's going to be a dot delivery, 60 up on the total board. Blocks it away and got a cheeky single. Omar Loya is pretty quick in taking those singles, and where he's getting the bad balls, he's delivering a great punch over there as well. He's hitting for boundaries. Pretty much of a decent innings played here. Pretty balanced. And it shows the great mindset of Omar Loya. But he was trying for a late cut this moment. Omar Chawla didn't connect it well. So at the end of the 9th, 61 for the loss of 4 wickets, NJS Cuisine. Safa came into bowl once again, delivering his second over of the spell. Oh, spinners always become a big problem. Oh, that was away, and a big shout there. And that's been referred. This can be a big wicket if Omar Loya is going to walk back. We have to check it. That's been referred. Very quick work behind the stumps. The keeper, excellent. So that's a not out. The decision has been made, but it was very close. got alive here, but some good applause for the keeper there behind the stumps. He was accelerating with very soft hands, and as we've seen, the keepers first carrying the ball and then going away towards the stump, but he snatched the ball away and just thrashed up the stumps there. Excellent work behind the stumps, and this is the presence of mind which is much required when you're playing a T20 cricket game, because it's a fast-paced game and you have to be pretty mindful, and especially when the batter is kind of a dangerous one like Umar Loya. Cuts it away, and that went straight to the fielder. But he was eyeing till the end. He was not pretty much interested in taking a single there. He wants a big gap so that he could go for some bigger ones. Umar Loya. That was once again the similar area, and that's a chance. The batter was comfortably in. It was very close, very risky. This moment where you have already lost 4 wickets, taking the risky singles. That is pretty much a delusional game. Should be coming out of that Delulu moment. When you're playing good, when you are getting some boundaries, especially finding the gaps as well. It's not a big necessity here to take those cheeky singles. And that was pretty flighted. Just guided it away towards the leg side. Fielder was placed towards the deep square leg. That came into the business. Once again got just a single. Oh, once again he was trying for a late cut but didn't connect it well this time. Gonna be a dot, and in this manner NJS Cuisine halfway down now. 10 overs gone, 6-3 for the loss of 4. You have to 2 overs behind, please be quick. That was thrashed away. Went towards the backward point leg. Just got a single. Obviously, the situational and the surface awareness is quite required here, as they're not getting much turn over the ball. There's slight movement in the field as well. Just thrashes it away. That's the gap area, just a bounce, the ball rolls away towards the fence. Umar Loya now hitting the gas pedal, because he knows that in order to put a good and a big total on the board, he have to go for some bigger ones too. And he's getting the bad balls in the range, he's just putting it away. He goes once again, muscled, and got a single. While Ibrahim is delivering his first over of the spell, and he's already conceded 6 of it. But the spinners, as we have seen, didn't got much of turn on the ball. As always, the pace of deliveries which is doing the work here. Swept it away towards the fine leg. The ball is running away and you have to check it. That clears the rope. 4 more into the total. Amar Chawla, well, he was pretty much confident with it. That was enough bat on the ball. And that was great involvement as well. The fielder was business for a long time, but it wasn't pretty much in his favor. The ball runs away towards the fence. That was thrashed away and some quick fielding there. Excellent towards the gully. And obviously fielding side should be pretty strong here because 60% of the game depends on the field. Thrashes it away. That clears the inner circle field. Oh, a misfield there. That was very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. First it went through the inner circle and then a misfield in the end. So 11 overs gone, 77 for 4. Zafar once again brought to bowl. That was onto the middle stump. And he just drived it over the long off. He got a comfortable single, walked by it. Obviously, when you are getting the ball just onto the middle stump. But this time it was towards the leg stump there. It wasn't a very good delivery. And it wasn't pretty well connected onto the bat. That's been signaled as a leg bye. And well, pretty much great variations in the ball. Straight onto the off stump there, but he muscled it very hard, Umar Loya. That went towards the covers. Just got a single and he's pretty exuberant with it. The excellence is they're not in the rush, not in the greed of runs, not in the rush, playing with very calm and very soft hands. And when the opportunity is provided, they accept the opportunity, they accept the gift here and just goes for some big ones there. Going with a very good mindset. Touched it away, that's into the gap. The fielder at the deep, on the guard, but not a good throw at all. That was pretty away from the stumps. The keeper was in business after it. Just a single, so last delivery to go, which will end the 12th one now. I can see a pretty calm behavior by both the batters. They are not going with some ferocious hits, not a ferocious manner at all. And that was blocked once again. Gonna be just a single. So I would say it was a pretty decent and a good over. He messily delivered it, pretty tight-fisted. So 12 overs gone, 83 for 4. Eighty-three for 4. 12 overs gone, 83 for 4. So blocks it away, not in a hurry. Very mature and very responsible innings going on here by both the Umars. The Umar duo is doing a great job on the crease right now. They are trying to build up the partnership, which is a great requirement here for NJS Cuisine. And that was a thrashed away towards the gully, and exceptional field in the end. He came, dived, and just grabbed it in the first attempt. Especially that was a pretty confirmed boundary which was saved. But this time that was chipped in and it swept quite nicely. That was out of the syllabus for the bowler. Great. Nailed away for a boundary. 4 more added to the total here. Just look at it in the replay. It was bumped onto the crease. His bat was involved with the surface, and that was put away for a boundary there. This time went on the front foot. He was pretty much interested towards the singles, went towards the covers. There was a fielder placed for a guard. And I can see both the Umar duo, both the Umars are pretty confident now because they have spent a lot of time on the surface. They are pretty much familiar with the surface, and they know that the spinners are not getting a good turn. Just look at that. That was just thrashed away towards the gully, but didn't got any run, so that won't be of much damage. 13 overs gone, 90 for the loss of 4 wickets, NJS Cuisine. It's the Legend Cup Season 1 going on right now in Al Mansoura Cricket Ground. And you can watch these matches live on Sportix. Oh, that is a chance. That was pretty much confusion in the call there. Although Chawla, he wanted a run, he was half the way down, but he has to walk back in the box so that he could be safe there. Once again, that was displayed towards the third man wide-ish. I can see that the players plays towards the third man inside the inner circle. They're doing a great job. They're pretty much safe with the hands. And he's not putting it away or muscling the ball. He's just technically very sound, Chawla. He wants that single. He wants Umar Loya to be on strike because Umar Loya is going fearlessly. And he's putting on some runs on the board as well. He's a good striker of the ball. Little perplexed at this moment, Umar Loya. Well, that was the inner part of the bat, which was connected with the ball. And it was very close to the stumps. Very fortunate here. But this time it wasn't a good delivery at all. But that was just the blade of the bat opened, and it was opened a little late. Wasn't very good timed, but it was enough to buy him a single. So end of the 14th, 92 for the loss of 4. NJS Cuisine. And that was into the gap. Taking a single here. Well, I can see both the batters now, they are much concentrating on taking singles. They are not getting much deliveries in a slot. And that's into the gap. The ball is running away towards the fence. And that's after a long time that it went towards the fence. 4 more in the bucket here for NJS Cuisine. Especially Umar Chawla, he was eyeing for that shot. 104 for the loss of 4 now. Well, Umar Chawla is now on 28 and 22 deliveries, and Umar Loya, he's on 29 and 26 deliveries. Quite of a decent partnership put on by both the batters here. And middle order is all about building up the partnership, building up the game, which is being displayed here by both the Omars down the middle. At this point, they can be fearless because they have a handful of wickets, and they are already down to the last quarter of the innings, into the 16th over. And that's a no ball. So now an opportunity of a free hit. They can go fearless. One rocks down. That's up in the air. And that's all the way. A towering hit. What a hit it was. Magnificent. A complete utilization of the free hit here. Umar Loya. He's very strong with the bat, mentally very strong. And he should be fearless, mentally very strong, because it's always I say that cricket is more a mental game than a physical game. You have to strategize it quite nicely. And he should be fearless. He should be able to handle the pressure. He should have a control over the nerves. And this is what it is displayed here by both the Omars. Well, 2 more deliveries to go, which will end the over. 112 for the loss of 4. But that was away from the leg stump. There's going to be a wide ball signaled by the umpire. Ibrahim now is getting some pressure on his nerves, because he has been hit for 2 boundaries in this over so far. That was swept away pretty hard. But it's going to be just a single. There was some protection there just near the crease. Well, I can see that the spinners, they are not being benefit here because of the surface. It's quite flat, quite hard. It's coming great onto the bat. Especially later on in the game, it will be more moist because of the dew. So 16 overs gone, 115 for the loss of 4 wickets. Belul now in the attack. Well, the use of the pace, perfect picking up of the length, and that's a maximum. Another towering hit here by Omar Chawla. Was very mindful and was eyeing the ball till the end because he knew that it's going to come in the slot range, and especially the paces. It's quite easy to just use the pace up here. Have to time it well, and that's going to go all the way. Some magnificent timing and a proper picking up of length. Just gave it a maximum here to Omar Chawla. Score now races up to 121. I can see the surf is much in the favor for the batters right now. It's coming onto the bat well. The batters are enjoying it. Went to the back foot this time towards the gully. And a great protection here by the fielder. That was straight through away to the keeper. Especially towards the paces, you have to be non-predictable at every point. If you're being predictable, that means that's a jeopardy. Oh, he went down the crease. That's the gap area. The ball is going to run away towards the fence. Omar Chawla is putting on some runs on the board because he knew that the paces are going to benefit them. And now in the death overs, especially the last couple of overs and especially last 4 overs, they are all much in the favor of the batters because they are fearless and they have spent a lot of time on the surface. They get pretty much familiar. They get those confident shots as well. But this time there's going to be a wide ball signaled by the umpire. Instead of the quicker ones, bowler should be much mindful of the swinger deliveries. Because doing the quicker ones, it is making it wide, putting on much pace on the ball and losing the control over the ball. It's not a good strategy. Smashes it down. There's a fielder. But very good running between the wickets, taking a couple of runs. If they're not getting the boundaries, that's a cherry on the top where you're getting 2 runs on the board. The scorecard is now ticked up to 128. Still 2 more deliveries to go, which will end the 17th one here for NJS. Omar now in his 40s. And that was towards the point in the deep. There was the protection placed as well. But Omar Chawla is already been benefit of this over, which was a much requirement. And now a last delivery to go, which will end the 17th and the 3rd over here for Behlul. Well, he has taken a wicket as well, and he has conceded 19. Loya goes down the track at the back foot, and he was pretty much interested to take the single, and he wants the strike in the next over. So 17 overs gone, 130 for the loss of 4. Murtaza, well, he has taken it. Just at the brink of the boundary. Well, that wasn't enough to get away. Taken. Omar Loya departs. And he's not quite happy. Walking back disappointed. Well, he was eyeing for the boundary there towards the long on. But the fielder with very soft and safe hands. Omar Loya departs. Scoring at 37 in 30 deliveries. And he was caught by Taha. Very comfortable one in the end. 130 for 5 after 17.1. Oh, that's a big shout, and yes, gone. The bails are off. Anas went and he's walking back. Golden duck. Murtaza being very exuberant with it because he's on a hat trick now. Starts off the over with 2 precious wickets. That's a proper breakthrough in the momentum. Those were the much needed wickets here for the Bora side. And they're getting it. Some enjoyments here for them. 130 for 6 after 17.2. And he walks down the crease here. Moise. Well, if I talk about it, was a hat-trick delivery. And that was very well delivered ahead. So much Chawla. Now he's going to step in. And he came on the front foot, but they were quite stagnant between the running. They broke their run up there. They were eyeing the fielder. Now the left-hander, Moise. That was a cutaway and got a single in the end. Well, as I have seen that Moise wants some time on the crease. Well, he's the hard hitter of the ball, and especially Umar Chawla when he's set on the crease. He's already scored 44 in 31 deliveries. Much of hopes here from Umar Chawla. And that was a slower delivery pace off. And that's a dot here. So 18 overs gone. A couple of overs left. 133 for the loss of 6. Here we go. Oh, that was onto his hands. That was fired. Especially it wasn't easy for the bowler to just put his hand in the middle and just grab it. And didn't glue to his hand. That was a live fear to Moise. Now Umar Chawla is going to step in. Kumali has already got a wicket too. Oh, not a good delivery at all. That was slipped away from his hands. It's going to be a no ball. Now once again, that's a free hit, and Umar Chawla is going to face it. And he is a potential player who can put away for a maximum. And now he's fearless too. He has to eye the field till the end. You've seen square leg outside the circle. Long on outside the circle. So here we go. And that's the slower that's put away. That's in the air. And in the no man's land. That's a quick sprint. Very quick sprint here. Very good running between the wickets. Made it a couple of runs. But is now on 46. He has to eye the field till the end. As we've seen these square leg, mid wicket, long on outside the circle. The covers is outside the circle as well. And that was thrashed away, thrashed away. And it's taken. Taken. Umar Chawla walks back. He'll be very gutted here. It's absolutely wonderful innings here by Umar Chawla. Quick 46 of 35 deliveries. But very unfortunate in the end. He was not able to complete his half century. That's the 7th one down for NJS Cuisine. 137 for the loss of 7. Start of the second innings. 155 to be chased. Ali Musa delivering the very first over. Ali and Mustansir, they are representing the Burhani Golden Bora CC. And that's a wide ball away from the off stump. It's going to be a single in the bucket here for the Burhani Golden side. Especially when you're getting the wides, the extras run in the very first over. And pretty much of a gifted start here by the NJS Cuisine side. Well, at this ground, Al Mansura, it is always a decent score, 150, 160. And it's always an equilibrium in the situation, because the batters had to step up in the power play. They have to put on some runs. Power play matters a lot here. The ball doesn't get some turn, but it's all about the bowlers doing on some great line and length. Especially if I talk about the pacers. Pace on, pace off deliveries does a wonderful work. Especially the pace off deliveries. When the batters are in rhythm and when they're going for some bigger ones, that is always a chance here at Gulberg Gymkhana Al Mansura Cricket Ground to take a wicket. And well, Ali Musa is purposely delivering it away from the off stump, because they've placed a fielder towards the third man in the deep. There is a fielder placed towards the gully inside the inner circle. There are 4 fielders towards the offside in the inner circle. Oh, just look at that. A connection, and a proper connection, I would say. That's going to go all the way here. So the hitting has begun in the very first over. It was with the cross bat. It was timed really well. It was a perfect use of the pace. And 6 runs in the scorecard, more added. It was once again a chance here. That was the top part of the bat connected. The fielder was a little far, else it would have been a jeopardy here. So pretty decent over. Just 8 of it. First over gone, 8 for none. Burhani Golden CC. Moise is now brought to bowl from the other end. Another pace stack here. Spin into the attack, in fact. That was pretty away from the leg side. And that's going to be a wide ball signaled by the umpire. Well, the batter wanted to just connect the ball with the bat in order to get some runs. But that's a gift here with that wide. Oh, that was a collision between the batter and the bowler. It went down the track. Pretty much calm start to the game, very steady. They're taking their time, which is pretty important here. To first take the time, have the firm grip of the foot on the crease right now, and then you go for some bigger ones when you get the confidence. That was pretty much away from the off stump, and that turned out outside as well. That's going to be a wide ball once again. A gift here to the Bora CC. This time, once again, towards the leg stump. Didn't give much room. Very clever here with the ball, Muiz. But he saw the batter was coming onto the back foot. That was a cutaway. Quite nicely there. Fumble in the field. A very quick single there. Excellent running between the wickets. Ali sprinted for it. He wanted to rotate the strike, and now it's Mustansir is going to face it. Oh, that's clucked away. Should be again. It's up in the air. And that's the keeper. With the very soft hands with the gloves. Gone. Mustansir departs. A very clever delivery. That was pitched down and grabbed the shark from the sea in the very second over. So first blood here for NJS Cuisine. Bora CC lost their first one, 11 for the loss of 1 after 1.4. So Hussein walks in here replacing Mustansir. Well, losing the earlier on wicket is always a bit of a pressure. Because when you are building up the rhythm and then you lose a wicket there, it always breaks up the momentum. Especially when you are not able to build up that momentum in the power play. It always minimizes you in order to score some good runs. So left-hander. Sanford, a big shout there, very big shout. But the umpire wasn't interested. It's very choking deliveries here delivered by Muiz. And Hussein is also taking some time on the crease. And it's much important here. Once again, that wasn't pretty well connected on the bat. He went on the back foot. That was the inner part of the bat connected and straight onto the pads. So 2 overs gone, 11 for 1. Bora CC. Ali Musa brought back to bowl here, delivering his second over. Well, he's quite a clever bowler, and he's delivering in the region. It is becoming quite difficult for the batters, especially if I talk about Ali. Oh, roots up the stumps there. The middle stump is shattered, and it went way behind. What a delivery it was. Ali Musa strikes here. Ali was eyeing the ball till the end. Well, it was delivered on the middle stump, and he was trying to cut it away, but that didn't came onto the bat, and it was directly onto the stump. Cleaned him up here. Ali Asghar departs, scoring 2. And he will be very gutted. So 11 for 2 after 2.2. And that was pretty much well delivered towards the leg stump, and a good sprint to take a single as well. It was pitched way ahead of the batter, not in the slot range. It was a difficult delivery. Blocking it was a very good decision here by the batter, Taha. He took a run there, and now it's Hussein who's going to face it, the left-hander. Left-hander are always the beneficial players here for the team. At Gulberg Gymkhana, Al Mansoura cricket ground. Oh, that was a deadly bouncer here. There's going to be a wide ball signaled by the umpire. When he dug down, saved his face. Hussein. Now NJS Cuisine now pressurizing the batters. And that was once again delivered towards the leg stump. Batter was a little perplexed, and he just guided the ball and taken a single. And at this moment, if I talk about the Bora CC side, they need to stand on the crease. They need to save the wicket. They have to be just like a wall between the stumps and the ball. But that was a late cut towards the third man. A field in the deep. Very mindful fielding set here by Ali Musa. He's quite clever. He's delivering into the range where he can choke the batters here. So you have to eye the field till the end. You have to be situationally very aware. You have to be aware of the field. As we have seen the lacking here from the Bora CC side. Time goes straight and straight onto the stumps. It was just like an arrow fired. So 3 overs gone, 15 for 2, Bora CC. I think these kinds of shots will be very much a jeopardy, I would say. You don't have to go for some foolish shots at this point. Have to just stand on the crease. It was just the first delivery. Amar, the new man in. Look at that. Once again, a big shout. That was towards the leg stump. Now they're making the batters perplexed at this moment. Very flamboyant innings here going on by NJS Cuisine. They've grabbed the Bora CC side with the glotty. Very clever. The batters are in a hurry. I don't know why. You have to just give a time. Just look at that. Thrushes away. Playing the grounded shots. It will be much safe and sound here for the Bora side instead of going for some lofted ones, playing some foolish shots towards the going for sweeps, and those sweeps, reverse sweeps, lap shots, these are always a disaster. That was onto the middle stump, delivered this time, went on the back foot and just guided the ball swiftly just for a single. And this is the requirement here from the Bora side, that they go with these soft hands instead of going for maximums and going for a rushed innings. So 4 overs gone, 18 for the loss of 3. But that was pretty wide away from the leg stump. Ali Musa once again into the attack, and very tight-fisted bowling here by NJS Cuisine. And I can see very significant innings here by Ali Musa as well. He's delivering it quite nice. He's taken a wicket as well. That was thrashed away towards the offside. Won't be of much damage. There's going to be a dot delivery. I was talking about Ali Musa. He's delivering it quite miserly. Just onto the stumps. He's targeting. Just look at that. That was a little bit swing, and that's going to clear the fence this time. The ball is running away towards the fence. The grounded shot, this is what I was talking about. When you're getting the ball in the range, going for some grounded shots, this is the key. Just maximize that delivery. If you're going for some foolish ones, going for lap shots and those useless sweeps, that's going to be a big problem. Giving yourself some time to get set on the crease when you're going to be very confident. And this is it. Just look at that. He's very clever playing the mind games here, Ali Musa. Was doing the length deliveries, then doing the fuller ones, and then shorter deliveries. Ali Musa has variety, and he's very quick as well. As we have seen those middle stumps being shattered, they were root. This time, there's going to be a wide. Especially at this moment, the wide deliveries are purposely done so that the momentum of the batters can be broken up. And Ali Musa, he's very mindful with it. Very clever. Oh, just look at that. That came inside. A good turn. The swinging delivery just became like a disaster here for the batter. The batter was very perplexed, puzzled up. Gonna be a dot delivery. But that's quite nice that he's not rushing up for runs. He's now standing like a wall between the stumps and the ball. Oh, that was once again a pitched up short delivery. He was going for a cut there. But because of the pace, it wasn't connected with the bat. Some issue in the timing. So the struggle continues for Bora CC. They're not able to involve the bat with the ball. Oh, pulls it up this time into the gap. And the frustrations comes to an end because they were trying to hit it, and this time it was nailed perfectly. Amar, he went hard with the boundary. So in this manner, 5 overs gone, 28 for the loss of 3. And that was smashed down. They wanted a couple of runs here. An excellent running between the wickets. Got a couple of runs in their pocket. Moyes with a very decent spell. He has just conceded 7, taking 2 wickets. That was pretty much flighted. Went down the track this time, Hussein. That's a dot delivery. Well, you're going to give these kinds of deliveries, you're going to get punished. But that didn't went all the way and made it a couple of runs. Some excellent running between the wickets. So slowly and gradually the scorecard is ticking up, and we have seen the wickets being stagnant. 32 already on the board. Quite of a great redemption here by the Bora side. The Bora's panel here going pretty with the soft hands in this campaign. Very cautious innings going on right now. Thrashes it away. This time the ball is gonna go over the head of the fielder. Over extra covers wideish. That's the boundary. Well, the utilization of power play is at this point being pretty much in the favor here for the Bora side. Because couple of runs, dot, then couple of runs, then a dot, and then a boundary nailed away. This time once again, he went for a sweep, and just look at that throw. That was just like a bullet fired. Pretty much magnitude on it. So this ends the power play, and power play gave 37 runs for the loss of 3 wickets to Burhani Golden Bora CC. Oh, that was a cutaway, a late cut. The ball is running over towards the fence. That's going to be very beneficial here. Hussein is now stepping in. He's shifting up the gears. A quite open field here, and he enjoys to play in this kind of a field because he eyes the field till the end. He finds a gap. Pretty much a potential player, Hussein. And now the Bora CC is on a 41, and a great redemption after those earlier on 3 wickets. They were very cautious in the last couple of overs. Now just look at that. As you remember, that one more wicket, that will be more than enough here for NJS Cuisine in order to break the momentum. Because now slowly and gradually they are belting it up here. This time that was drived away into the gap. That's gonna go. That's gonna go all the way for a boundary. The ball runs away towards the fence. Some excellent mindset here by the batters after those wickets. They're quite cautious. They're eyeing the ball till the end and playing some great selected shots. And this is the key. The game is going on in a very good pace right now. They're trying to put the equilibrium in the equation. Especially if I talk about Hussein. He's playing a very flamboyant innings right now. This time once again cuts it away. The ball is gonna go ahead of the fielder. Yes, that's gonna clear the fence. 4 more. Very lovely to watch Hussein. Now he's nailing away towards the fence. He's eyeing the field perfectly, not going very ferocious. That's a pretty expensive so far here from Danish. He has conceded 12 in the earlier 4 deliveries he has delivered. Scorecard now ticks up to 49. Thrashes it down. Just a single. And at this moment, they don't need any extravagant innings. Just the rhythm, just the flow, singles, doubles, rotation of strike. It is important. When you're half the way down after 10 overs, then you can go for some bigger ones, some extravagant innings. Then it'll be the key. Oh, he opens his shoulder, puts on some magnitude, muscles it hard. And that was enough to buy him a single. 7 overs gone, 51 for 3. Bora CC. Farooq delivering it. That's away and that's given. The finger is raised. This time it's Amar who departed. That was a very ferocious here by Farooq. Very first delivery and got a wicket in the hand. So 51 for the loss of 4 wickets. So that's been referred to the third umpire. That's been referred to the third umpire. We're going to check it now. So it's a no ball. No ball. Change in this situation. Amar is safe. Oh, just look at that. He was trying to maximize the free hit here, but the 2 stumps were rooted up. Farooq is an excellent bowler. Stepping onto the right line, right length, especially about this free hit. Amar was going fearless on it, but Farooq said, not my boy, not this time. So now the spinners are also dominating in the game. That was pretty much close. And the bowler was not fortunate enough to find the gap between the bat and the pad. Well, a no ball and then 2 dot deliveries. What a start to an over. That was just the blade of the bat opened a little late. That was middled. Well, he came onto the front foot. And as I have seen, Amar is pretty much interested to go all the way. Now at this time, a big shout and umpire raises his finger. Farooq, after all, he got that. Which he was eyeing for. That's the 4th one down. 52 for 4. Amar walks back now. 7.4 overs delivered, 52 for 4. That was a pretty nicely delivered away from the off stump. Got a little bit of a turn because of the surface. He's using his fingers as well. He's choking up the batters here. Murtuza, the new man in. Went on the back foot, drives it away towards the covers. Get over the fielder and got a single there. A quick one. So 8 overs gone, 53 for 4. The time smashes it away. Should be there again. Oh, what a catch in the end. Jumps and grabs it. No, that's given. That's a 6. There's the fielder's call. He's being very honest here. Some applause for him. Good appreciations. This time smashes it down. But now they should be mindful here, because they are being choked, especially getting the live. That was towards the gully once again. A fumble, but the batter will be comfortably in. Not some good news is here for the Bora side. They're continuously doing the fumbles. Have to minimize it. Once again, straight down the track, straight to the bowler. I can see that they're going in a bit hurry and not able to stand more. They have to be quite firm here, and the finger is raised this time. Whenever the catches are being dropped or the no balls after it in that over, they lose wicket anyhow. NJS Cuisine, they've done a wonderful job. Umar Chawla gets the wicket here. Half of the team is now departed for the Burhani Golden Bora CC. Murtuza Kapsi, he departs with a short innings of 7 and 7. 59 for 5 after 8.5. Thrashes it down the track. This time straight as an arrow. Now is the time you have to go for some grounded shots in order to build up the innings. Especially the partnership is very important. Because you're in the second half of the innings, and especially the slower deliveries, which are doing a quite a great job in order to take the wickets. And the bowling side is, they're very confident. Slower smashes and drops it. But he came running. He dived well. In the end, it wasn't glued to his hand. It came out, and that was Hussein who got a life here. So 89 more required in 58 deliveries. Some changes in the field as well. Here we go, that's clubbed away. And the ball is going to run away towards the fence. That's pretty excellent, eyeing the field till the end. And that is what the Bora CC were looking for. And obviously this shot must have given much of the confidence here to Ibrahim. Well, he was trying to go for some bigger ones. He wasn't able to connect with the bat. He was struggling. And then finally some breakthrough in the struggle here. And he delivers it. Oh, big shout there, big shout, and the fingers raised, gone. Oh my world, that's the sixth one down. 70 for 6. They're constantly losing the wickets here. That's not a good news for Bora CC at all. 10.4 was delivered, 70 for 6. Ibrahim walking back. Oh, thrashes it. The ball is running over and a great grab in the end. Oh, fumble chance. That's been referred. You should be focused here. That's not the presence of mind. It's just like simply throwing wickets away. We have to go for a check here. That's an out. Gone. Another one in the bucket here for NJS Cuisine. So 11 overs gone. 72 for the loss of 7. Hussein departs, scoring 27 in 21 deliveries. Little impactful, but a disaster in the end. 72 for 7. Juzar Parekh, the new man in. Now at this moment, building up the partnership is very important. And it is a necessity. And that's of a very cautious hit. Blocks it here, Juzar. This time cuts it away straight towards the fielder, towards the point. He finds that. Well, I can say pretty much here we go. Thrashes it away towards the extra covers. They're going to run for just a single. They're going for just a single. Very cautious here. Not taking any risks because they know they have just 3 players left. And especially after this pair, there won't be any chance. So now the presence of mind and focus is very important. Oh, he was trying for a sweep, but that's a wide ball signaled by the umpire. I can say it's a necessity to take singles, doubles in order to build up the innings here. And the partnership is a much requirement. And if they're gonna rush away for runs, that's gonna be a problem. But this time, that's a very good hit here. Swept it away for a boundary. But it was delivered away from the leg stump. And even the last man standing could have hit that. That wasn't pretty difficult here. That was an opportunity. And that was availed quite nicely. The gap area and nails it. So that was onto the middle stump once again. It didn't give any chance to open the shoulders or open the face of the bat here. Not giving any room that was coming inside. Especially use of the surface. That's picked up should be taken. Oh, drops it. Wasn't that perfectly judged? And he was running backwards. That was just put down by the fielder. Oh, bowled him! Cleans him up here. Omar Chavla starts off his over and welcomed with a wicket. Now it's becoming pretty much easier for NJS Cuisine. They've grabbed the Bora side from their glotty. It's the backbone crushed here. Joseph Parekh departs a short innings of 5 and 4 deliveries. And that's 79 for the loss of 8 wickets after 12.1. Mufaddal, the new man in, but we have seen him going quite aggressive on the very first delivery. You should be set on the crease first because you have almost 8.5 overs left. 8.4 in fact. Rushing up for runs and just going for foolish shots, that's simply throwing the wickets away at this moment. And you know that you are being choked. And that was not quite good delivery because of the slow one that was not really much bumped up. Then got much bounce here. I was talking that should be mindful at this moment. Just look at that. Springing on the blade of the bat, instead they're going with the cross bat. Still, it seems like they are in a hurry. Do you have much overs left? The tail ender did the job here. Ball surpasses the fielder. That's going to run away towards the fence. 4 more into the total. And the grounded shot, this is what I was talking about. The grounded shots are pretty important here. Instead of going for some lofted ones or going for some difficult ones, and especially when you're playing the ball which is pitched just in the middle, going for that sweep shot can be of a bit difficulty. That was away from the off stump, but he went towards the back foot. That's not the proper judgment of the ball. You have to eye the ball till the end, and you have to go in the region where the ball is being delivered instead of going for back foots only. That's not a very confident behavior. So 13 overs gone, 84 for the loss of 8. Oh, that wasn't well connected towards the fine leg. Gonna be just a single. Now they're gonna run for the second one as well. That's the overthrows. Gave them a little comfort. That's the presence of mind. That's very quick. And this is a much requirement. And we have seen some occasional presence of mind here. Although we have seen some significant mistakes in the batting. That still wasn't well connected. Gonna be just a single. Pressures it away towards the square leg. Smashes it down the track this time. Gonna run for the second one as well. A very comfortable throw. Good running between the wickets. Especially they are rolling the ball down, which is very safe, secure and sound. Instead of going for some harder hits. This time once again muscles it, but that was rolling down the ground, which is great. Singles and doubles going on right now. 2 more deliveries to go, which will end the 14th. 90 up for the Bora CC. That was once again straight as an arrow. Straight to the bowler there. Won't be of much damage. Just a dot. So far, a very good over. Oh, that was delivered away, but he was trying to go for a bigger one. So this ends the 14th. 90 for the loss of 8. Oh, thrashes it away. That's going to land in the no man's land. The fielder, the protection at the deep, which won't damage a lot to the batting side. Umar Chawla once again into the action. He's delivering the last over of his spell. Well, he has conceded 20, taken 3 precious wickets. And that's flighted up in the air. Should be taken. No, the fielder was very far. It's going to be not of much damage, but I can see once again the batters are now in hurry. They're going for lofted shots, which is quite dangerous right now. So you already have 5 overs in the hand. This time once again picked up, lofted, and straight to the fielder. Umar Chawla, he's purposely doing these slower ones. He won that wicket. Mufaddal once again hits hard, but then came well onto the bat, and especially the slow ones doing the job here. Here we go. What threshes it down? Made it just a single. So 15 overs gone, 96 for 8. Here we go. That's up in the air. And that's going to go all the way. That's going to clear the distance. That's a 6. Hussein steps in. And he's being aggressive now. Yes, he wants to go pretty close here. And he knows now he have the last quarter of the innings left. And he has to do some job here. 103 for 8. Abdullah with that slow one, and once again that was punched away, and the ball runs away towards the fence. 4 more in the total. Came very late, and now he is doing a perfect job for which he was meant for. .48 in 35 deliveries. Hussein leading his team. That wasn't well connected on the bat, but just guided away for a single. So 2 more deliveries to go. Now it's Mufaddal who's going to face it. Especially at this moment, the pacers are being hit, as we have seen in the last couple of overs. It's all about the use of pace. Drives it away straight to the fielder. Gonna take a single and rotated the strike here. Hussein just one step away from his half century. Here we go. That was a cut away, and that's the half century here for Hussein in a style with the boundary. And he's raising the bat here at the crucial moment, putting up a half century, leading his team from the front, being fearless. Pretty much impactful, excellent innings here. 7 boundaries and a maximum of his innings so far. 16 overs gone, 113 for 8. .42 now more required. Farooq delivering it. Well, that was pretty close. Just onto the stumps. And remember, Hussein was dropped while he was on 24, and now he's putting up a great show. Very entertaining innings. Smashes it hard this time. But there's a fielder in the deep. Who are long off. Hussein is now on strike. Farooq economically very sound with his spell. Just living his last over of his spell. Conceded 13, taking a wicket as well. Oh, that was clucked away, and it's just coming near the commentary box. 6. Hussein is now on fire. Oh, he clucks it once again. That's the second one in a row. Oh, that's just near the commentary box. Thank God we are safe here. The ball traveled a long distance here. Once again, a towering hit. Hussein is excellent. Stepped up late, but now doing the job. That's all Hussein show right now. 126 for 8. Here we go. This time towards the point. And now the mistakes. And a great redemption. Absolute great redemption here by Hussein. Oh, that was once again put away towards the third man. And some exceptional field in the end. Oh! That's very close. That's been referred. If it will be a wicket, the game is gonna be deterrent. That's a not out. Hussein being lucky. Well, this was risky, but he's very lucky. 3 overs left, 27 more required. Moise Sultan back into the action. Oh, very close, yeah. And that's a wide ball signaled by the umpire. But at this moment, the plan should be... Oh, that's a dot delivery. The decision is reversed. The plan should be Mufaddal should head and give the strike back to Hussein, because at this moment Hussein is being fearless and he's going for some bigger hits, and the ball is coming well onto his bat. Hussein goes down the track, then came well onto the bat. He was trying to sweep it away. There's going to be just a single. Once again, the plan would be that Mufaddal is going to give the strike here to Hussein. Blocking the rotation of strike is the key here. Very good delivery. Very good delivery. Moise Sultan is making them choke. Mufaddal hits it. And is it all the way? Is it all the way? We have to check the umpire's decision. Yes, now that's been referred. You have to check whether it was all the way or a boundary. That's a maximum. 6. But this time, Mufaddal from the second end is also going with some harder hits now. 19 more required. 13 more deliveries to go. In a nail-biter situation right now. Mufaddal drives it down the track. That was targeting on the sticks there and taking a single. Mufaddal is going to get the strike back. So 18 more required in 12 deliveries. Matter of 3 hits now. Oh, very good delivery. Quicker one, Ali Musa. Has to keep a good eye on the batter right now, Ali Musa. Oh, very good delivery. That was the Yoka length. And he's sprinting to grab it. And they're going to get 2 in this manner. A couple of runs. Very good running between the wickets. And in fact, Ali Musa with a great sprint as well. So equally good performance here. It's a nail-biter situation right now. 16 more required. 10 more deliveries to go. Especially Ali Musa. He has to be very mindful of his line and length right now. Because he's very quick with the ball and even a nick of the bat can cause much damage. Oh, that was slashed away. That was slashed away. They're going to get 2 out of it. Very good running between the wickets. The more they'll hit in this over, the last over is going to be pretty much comfortable. Or else that's going to be very difficult in the end. It's going to become a jeopardy. That's a wide ball signaled by the umpire. That was a thresh down. Gonna be just a single. So now 12 more required. 8 more deliveries to go. Quite of an equilibrium in the equation right now. Very close. This time once again it drives it and a little bit fumble in the collection. Gonna be just a single. So last delivery to go, which will end the over. 11 more required. Well, an excellent over I can say from Ali Musa, especially death overs are always very ferocious. Goes hard into the gap. The ball is quite close to the fence there. Excellent running between the wickets. So now last over to go. 9 more runs required in the last over. 146 for 8 after 19.